Hello everyone, happy Thursday and happy Thanksgiving to everyone who is located in the States and celebrating Thanksgiving. I hope y'all are having a really great day so far with your friends and family. Let me know in the chat what y'all are up to today and how your day is going so far. I see Canty, Amy, Lipe Films. I see several people in the chat. Hello, hello. I hope y'all are having a great Thursday. And so while we wait for others to join, I want y'all to let me know in the chat who is your favorite god or demigod or Percy Jackson character. So let me know what or who they are in the chat while we wait for others to join. And now also I have something super exciting to tell you all today. So we have a super big announcement, but before we jump into the big announcement, we have two brand new featured stories. Okay, sorry about that. I cut out for a second because there were some technical difficulties, but thanks for standing by. I see that you said, Amy, that your favorite goddess is Athena. That's a great choice. Do you watch or read Percy Jackson? And do you like that they portray Athena in the series and book series as well? Okay, so as I was saying, before we jump into today's big announcement, we've got two brand new featured stories on toongether, and they are amazing. And so I'm going to play the trailers for both of the stories for you. Let me know in the comments if you've read these stories already or if you plan on reading them, what you think about them, and so on and so on. All right, so let's get over to Instagram, and I'm gonna show y'all the trailers for the stories that we did. All right, so this first one is The Breaking of the Silence. Although y'all may not be able to hear it actually. But just there's subtitles, so y'all can see it. All right, and let me know what y'all think. All right, so there's The Breaking of the Silence. That's the first featured story of this week. And now this is our second one. So yeah, let me know in the comments, have you read these already? Do you plan on reading them? Let us know what you think about our new featured stories. All right, so that's our second one. So again, let me know what y'all think. Are y'all big fans of our new featured stories? Hi Jenna, how are you? How are you doing today? Are you celebrating Thanksgiving with your family? What are your plans for today? Let me know. All right, so now it's time for the big announcement. Drum roll, please. If you love Percy Jackson, this is for you. We're launching a Percy Jackson short story challenge inside toongether. Are y'all excited? All right, so wait 1 second before I jump into it. Let's pull up the story. Okay. All right, there we go. So your mission is to create a 1-episode story set in the Percy Jackson universe. So create a brand new demigod, bring a new monster to life, write an insane quest, whatever you want. So the prizes include 3 months of Disney Plus subscription, collector's edition of the Percy Jackson books, 3 months of Toon Pass Plus subscription, in-app credits, and much, much more to be announced later. So, to enter, make sure to leave a comment on the official toongether in-app announcement story with the name of your episode. So, to enter, you need to go to this story in the in-app banner and comment the name or the title of your story in the comments to enter, okay? So the entries must be submitted before Tuesday, December 16th, and the winners will be announced on December 18th. And there will be multiple winners, so several of you are going to win prizes. All right, so go open toongether. All right, so go open toongether, tap the contest banner right here, and enter your story's title in the comments. And I can't wait to see what you create. So let me know in the chat right now, are you planning on entering in the competition? Are you going to write a Percy Jackson story? I see that Jenna says she's excited to join this challenge. So I am excited. I'm even more excited than you to see what you create. You always have the most beautiful, amazing panels, so I can't wait to see what you come up with. I'm like, guys, go create your story because I want to read them already. I want to see what y'all come up with. And you said, Jenna, you're currently cooking. OMG. You're very good at multitasking, I feel like, because you're cooking and watching. Other times you've been secretly watching while at work, so you must be really good at multitasking. Okay, so on to the next thing. So if I'm gonna make my own Percy Jackson story, I need the essentials. So gods, monsters, tridents, everything. So let's make some Percy Jackson themed items together. All right, so I'm just gonna go to the shorts for this, just because it's simpler. Okay, you said you created someone for the challenge already. I want to see who you created. And this is for your story. You created someone. All right, so I am going to create some, gods, monsters, items, and backgrounds. So let's start with the gods and the monsters because that takes a little bit more time, and then we'll go into the other things. All right, so I'm thinking that, let's see, I'm gonna do 2 gods and 2 monsters. Let's see. Okay, you said, yeah, girl, I have 3 kids. I gotta multitask whether I want to or not. Yeah, I guess that's true. You have to adapt. And she's recent in the avatar list with white lightning. Okay, if I see her here, let me know. Okay, let's create the gods. All right, so I want to create Persephone. So let's start with her. I'm gonna say she is a goddess with pale, glowing skin and dark hair. She wears a green dress layered with black silk and flower petals. One hand, well, let me see. I'm gonna say she has like a soft smile. All right, let's see. She has a soft smile, but she has a soft smile that feels powerful. Let's go with that. Okay, there we have Persephone. And now I want to do Apollo. So for Apollo, I'm going to say a radiant sun god with warm golden skin, bright amber eyes, and wavy light brown / blonde hair. He wears a white and gold tunic with a laurel wreath crown. All right, there is Apollo. And now let's move on to our monsters. Let's see. Okay, let's do a character. I'm gonna do an animal and say I'm gonna do a hellhound. So a massive shadow black hound the size of a bear with smoky fur. He has glowing ember red eyes, long fangs, muscular shoulders, and muscular. Okay, there we go. And then I'm also going to do a fury. So this will be creative. So I'm gonna put a winged underworld fury. Tall, thin figure in tattered black robes. Large bat-like wings, spread wide, face, shadowed with glowing yellow eyes, clawed hands, and faint black smoke rising from her body. Okay, there we go. So there are all our there's all our gods and our monsters. So now I'm going to move on to the backgrounds and items that I may need in my Percy Jackson story. Okay, so let's start with some backgrounds. Okay, first I want to do a camp shoreline at dusk, pine trees framing a small rocky beach, calm dark teal water with gentle ripples, orange purple sky, a faint campfire glow far up the hill, cabins barely, that's not how you spell barely, barely visible through the trees. Okay, there is our first background. I'm gonna do 4. So, let's do, this is also, all of these are gonna happen at Camp Half-Blood because that's where the story is gonna begin. So that's why they're all happening there. So, a camp with a clean stone path, olive trees, and warm lantern light. The cabin is, there is a cabin which is silver gray with carved owl patterns and a tidy, scholarly feel. So this is going to be for Athena's cabin at the camp. Evening sky, quiet, and orderly atmosphere. All right, there we go. And now next I'm going to do like a clearing with a campfire. A camp at moonlight with tall pines. There is a circle of campers near a campfire and cabins in the distance. And then, okay, I think that works for that one. And last one, this is going to be Apollo's cabin at the camp. A camp with a bright, open clearing. Let me see. And beams of sunlight. There is a cabin painted white with gold trim and a sun emblem over the door. Small music notes / lyre carvings. The vibe is cheerful and loud. All right, so that's our last background, and now I'm going to do some items as well. So bear with me. Let's do 4 items. Okay, first we're going to do a trident. So a celestial, bronze trident, 3 long prongs with slightly barbed tips. There are small wave engravings along the metal and faint blue glow. Okay, there's our trident. And then let's do a shield. Round bronze shield with an embossed owl at the center. Etched olive branches around the trim. Leather arm. Let's put, there's some battle scratches, like slight battle scratches, but well kept. Okay, and then this is going to come in handy for later in the live. So I'm going to do a pomegranate claim symbol. So a luminous red pomegranate, split slightly open, glowing golden from within, surrounded by a thin halo of green vines and small pink blossoms. And last thing for Apollo, we're going to do a golden bow. So elegant gold bow with smooth curved limbs, laurel leaf engravings along the edges. String looks like shimmering light, quiver of silver tipped arrows faintly glowing. Okay, there are all of our things. Okay, that's everything. So let's go check out what we created together. Okay, so let's see what we have. I want to start, okay, no spoilers. I want to start with All right, so we created Persephone. So here is what we got. It looks amazing. So I'm going to click Get Persephone. Here's Apollo. He is super golden. He is definitely a god. Let's get him. Oh my gosh, here is the Hellhound. That is terrifying. Let's get that. And here is the, wait, I need this to go away. Okay. Oops. Here is the Fury. That is amazing. That looks really good. All right, and here is our first background that we did. So this was the Camp Half-Blood shoreline at dusk that we created. And this is the Athena's cabin at Camp Half-Blood. And then here we go. Here is the clearing at night with the campfire. And then here is Apollo's cabin. Okay, and then here are the objects we created for our Percy Jackson story. So here is the trident, the round bronze Athena shield, and then here is the red pomegranate for Persephone. And lastly, here's Apollo's bow and arrow. It looks really, really cool. All right, so we created all of our, well, not all that we'll need, but we created some gods, monsters, backgrounds, and items that we can use for our Percy Jackson story. So let me know which one was your favorite. Which one are you going to use in your story? And so because we have created all of these amazing things, I think I can get started on my own Percy Jackson story. Okay, so time for the first scene of my Percy Jackson story. I just arrived at Camp Half-Blood and I'm waiting to be claimed. So for the first panel, I am going to put my character arriving at camp and they're super nervous. So let's start the story. Okay, first I need, let's do something like this. All right, I'm reading the comments. Okay, so also, did y'all see this is who she looks funny here, but this is who I created to be my Percy Jackson story character. Wait, hold on, I'm trying to think how I want to, sorry, I'm trying to think about how I want to organize it exactly. Okay. Oops. All right. Okay. I just arrived at Camp Half-Blood and I'm waiting to be claimed. So let's get started with the story. Let's jump into it. Okay, so this first panel, I'm gonna divide in two. So I'm going to put like a back. Okay, I'm going to do this one just so that, let's see. Y'all will understand after. No, actually, no, okay. Actually, let me look at the shapes. Oops. No, I have an idea. Okay, so I need some pine trees. All right, maybe I'm going to create my own. Let me see. Because I'm not sure how many pine trees we have actually. Yeah, I'm gonna create my own. So let's go here. Pine tree. Bye, Star. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a great rest of your Thursday. All right, let's create that pine tree for the panel. I need to archive these. And this one. Okay. Oops, I think maybe I need, 1 second. Let's jump back into it. Okay, where was I? My creations. Perfect. Let's do the pine tree here. And then I'm gonna do like a white, or no, do I wanna do, let's see. Dark blue. Like I need a dark blue square or something. Or like a sunset gradient. No. Let's just do, let's do something like this. And then I need, yeah, that sunset gradient again, actually. No, I think that's gonna, I'm playing around a bit, so we'll see how this looks, okay? Mm. Let's just do something like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna copy, and she's going to be like kind of confused looking. This is, again, this is her first time at Camp Half-Blood, so she's like, what is this place? But again, I don't know if I like the white square in the background, so I might want to change that. If I go like this. Let me look at the shapes and stuff. Like maybe I want to do, again, it's like the same thing. It's exactly what I had just done. But, it's just that I need to cover her leg here. So maybe something like, no, I think it was better before. Let's try something like this. All right, so also let me know in the comments if y'all already have ideas for your Percy Jackson story. I'm super curious to know what y'all are going to come up with. All right, let's see. Let's put this here and there. Okay. So then I'm going to have her say, so this is camp half. Oops. Hello, so I am making the beginning of the story of my Percy Jackson story. All right, so there we go. Maybe I can move. No, that's good. I don't know if I should put her here in the title. I'm getting too stuck in the specifics again. I always do this. Okay, so that's good for the first one. And then let's jump into the second panel. And this one, I want to maybe do like a campfire scene. So let's look up campfire. This one's cool. Let me just see what else there is just in case. All right, I think let's just stick with this one. Okay. And again, I'm gonna do something like this. Although, maybe I just want to do like a straight white line. Something like this. And I'm going to, although hold on. thinking. Okay, let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay, she's gonna be like a bit nervous. There we go. The line needs to be thick enough to cover that. And then let's get some more people around her, like other campers, and they're talking to each other and stuff to kind of show like how she is kind of alone. Oh wait, that's from Stranger Things. Okay. Oops. Talking. Okay. Maybe let's put her as laughing. Oops. They're all having fun. And then let's get a few more. Wait, hold on. She has, let's see. Okay. Actually, let me put him as laughing. And I'm gonna need to change the background there too. So laughing. Ah, no. Okay, hold on. Laughing. This one. But then we need a few more. Let's see, let's see. Okay. Put him as laughing as well. The only thing is I need to so maybe put her here. Maybe they're too similar. I'm going to put them as smiling. Jenna says, disregard my short on the app. Wait, why? What is your short? I need to know. I'm going to go look at it in a second, so I will not be disregarding it. All right, so we have some students. Maybe I want to put a few more. What do we think? Okay, bye Jenna. Have a great rest of your Thursday. All right, I think this is good enough probably. I'm just going to change their background again with those pine trees I used earlier. Okay, there we go. And probably just need to put something, like maybe if I just put like a dark green. Or perhaps, no, not this, but perhaps like some grass or something. The goal is to cover, although I guess if I just move it up a little bit, it's fine. Let's just move everything up a little bit. There might be some backgrounds, yeah. Let me try something like this. I don't know, but it's worth a try. Oops. Let me see. I'm trying to think about what I want to put behind them. Maybe this is going to be perfect. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was looking for. Oops. Okay, so there we go. That looks good. Let's maybe put some like laughing onomatopoeia. Okay. Although I kind of want to look at just all the poses she has. Let's see. Look at all these fighting poses. There's so many. Okay, 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 okay. This one's funny. Let's see. What do I want to do? Mm-mm-mm. Okay, I think I know. Okay, let's do. Gonna need to zoom. Like this. Because I know, so what I'm gonna do is I know when you get claimed there's an object that appears above your head, but I think I'm gonna make it seem like also the ivy, the like vines climb up her as well. Let's go this way instead. And take this. And then I need her to be like looking down confused, but let's see. Okay, maybe just looking down. All right, she's just gonna be like, what? Oops. Let me see if I should do just like a white. No, I need a white line. Okay. And then the only thing is maybe I want to use, hold on. Let me look at the shapes again. Oh, I'm already here. Okay. Thinking something like this maybe looks. No, I think it's fine. Okay. And then I'm gonna do like a black, oops. Let's look at the shapes because sometimes there's cool ones. Mm. Onomatopoeia. Okay, and then I kind of want one for like the vines going up her leg, but I don't know what kind of, like, what do y'all think that would sound like with the vines going up her leg? I don't know. Let's get some more vine. Okay, I think that looks good. I maybe want a different color for the sky. Like, let me do like a sunset gradient. Just for aesthetic purposes. Why not? Like something like that. What do we think? I think that looks good. Okay, so that's the second part. Now let's move on to the third. I guess maybe we should put it at the same place again. Let's take her. I want her to be kind of like looking up, but I'm not sure if there's a one. Maybe something like this. Surprised. I don't know exactly how I want her to be looking, so let me see if I get some inspiration from these. Like this one is nice. And then I'm going to put okay. So first I'm going to put other students like talking and pointing, the same ones I used earlier. Actually, no, okay. Ignore that she's standing on the fire because I'm going to cover that anyway. You won't be able to see it. Okay, let me see. Profile or maybe back. Because I want them all to be like, what? But I also need to cover the fact that, well, here, if we just do that, we can cover the fact that she's standing on the fire. And then let's grab a few more people. Let me go back in here. Let's see, profile. How do I want to do this? Because you can see the fire. Oops. Okay, let's do something like that. I think that's looking good. I'm just gonna throw in one more person. And one more maybe. Let me just see. And maybe, I wonder if there's any hands that are pointing. But I need them to be pointing forward. So let me, hand pointing for, or like, hand pointing north. Maybe if I put that, that'll make sense. Let's see. Maybe I should have said human hand. Okay, we'll see what happens. Okay, so we have that so far. While I wait for that, let's do some vines, the vines from earlier. Oops. And then I need the pomegranate from earlier. I wonder if it's in, let me see if I say pomegranate. There we go. So that's the symbol that Persephone is using to claim her. Let me make this a bit bigger. Okay, let's see if that hand is ready. Wait 1 second. Oops. Let's try that again. There we go. Okay, and then let's go here. Okay, let me see. Let's try human hand pointing forward. Let's try that. Let's see. Okay, what else do I need to do? Maybe put some onomatopoeia, like OMG. Or whoa. Or maybe I should have someone be saying like, look. Where do I want to place it though? Wait, I have an idea. Okay, and then, okay, let's see if the hand is ready. But the thing is, I want it to be from the top of the, let me try again. Hand pointing forward, angling from top of hand. Let's see if that works. It's kind of hard to explain like where the hand is coming from, but let's see. Okay. I think it's getting, okay. Let's try that. All right, let's see. It is in progress. I'm pretty happy with how the panel is coming along. All right, let's see. I still need it to be like, I want it to look like this. You know what I mean? So how do I explain that? The pointing north was good because I'm imagining it's like this, but I don't want only the hand, no letters or words. All right, let's try that. Because in the last one there was the letter N because I had put north, which makes sense. So let's see. All right, what else do y'all think I can put? Let me know in the comments if you think there's something I can add. Okay, it's still, oh wait, yeah, no, that still doesn't work because I need it to be, okay, let me try one more time. Let's try that. Maybe that'll help. Let me archive these while I'm there. Actually, I wonder if I just use a character and have them point. I'm just wondering how that would look because I'm not sure that makes a lot of sense. Let me try again. Okay. Oops. I think that looks good. Okay, there we go. That took me a while with the hand and it ended up being a very simple solution. So there we go. Okay, so basically I just arrived at Camp Half-Blood and I'm waiting to be claimed. And so let's see. So this is Camp Half-Blood. Wait, let's start here. Okay. And we created these three. So she gets claimed by Persephone. Okay, so that is the first part of my Percy Jackson story. Really excited to add more to that. So before we end the live, I made a short and I asked y'all to remix it. The prompt was, let's see. Okay, I made a short and asked y'all to remix it. The prompt was, you arrive at Camp Half-Blood and get claimed. What's your symbol and who claims you? All right, so let's see what y'all responded with. Okay. So Benzenith responded with, claimed by Zeus, lightning bolt symbol. Okay, that is super cool. I love it. I love all the effects. And Tater Tot put their symbol is a tater tot. Classic. Okay, well, if y'all haven't responded to this yet, make sure you go respond to it when you have a chance, because I want to see what y'all think yours would be. And so that's everything for today. Thank you all for joining me today. I hope y'all had fun. I know I did. If you're in the States, I hope you have a great and relaxing day surrounded by your friends and family. And also make sure to get started on your Percy Jackson story and enter in the competition. So remember, the deadline is December 16th, so you still have plenty of time to get that story in. And of course, don't forget to comment the title of your story in the comments so that we make sure to go check out your story. So I'll be waiting and waiting to see and read y'all's stories. I'm super excited. I hope you'll have a great rest of your Thursday, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.